Hello, good morning, guys. I'm just doing a test round. Let us know in the chat if you are able to hear us fine. Yeah, so we will be waiting for a few more minutes and then we'll start at 10. So I see there are roughly 96 people have joined, so I guess we can wait for a few more minutes before we start. Okay, yeah, so let's start. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so we are Infocusp Innovations. We are here for management intern. So, maybe a marketing guy or a finance guy will work too. Um, so we are using this YouTube live stream. So I know it's not a real interaction over a video, but you can post any questions that you have in the chat here. We have a few people from our team who will be answering your question in the chat. So you are welcome to post any questions there. Okay, let's start. So let me just tell you a few more words about Infocusp. So we are basically an consultancy based company. We are working in the domain of software development, artificial intelligence, and user design interactions. So we are mostly into consultancies, and we are working with clients who are mostly US and Europe based, and we are kind of part of their extended product team, so we are helping them with their own product development. So we have our expertise in various domains, such as we can say um, um, like we do computer vision, we do finance, uh, we do kind of legal domains. So we have various domains that we are working into, and we have some in-house experts who are helping with all of the diverse kind of projects. So we are mostly handling the tech part of each of the products. Since we have skilled people in our team, we are able to fulfill all the needs of client. So we are able to actually fulfill all of their tech needs, and and that is what clients are most liking about us. So we have all the clients retention, it is 100%. Whenever any client is joining us, we work till the end with them. So until they get acquired by some other firm, or maybe they had to stop due to reasons, but we actually work with them throughout the tenure of their product life cycle. And here you see referral business 100%. So we have never spent time doing much of the branding things. So all of the business that we have got so far is actually based on the referral, and it is a kind of mouth to mouth publicity. So whenever we work with one client, they like working with us, they tell it to other clients, and this is how the business has came to us. um, if I tell more about it, uh, so let's talk some punchlines and mission values. So the punchline is very simple: smart products delivered. So as I mentioned, we are mostly working with the clients who has their own products, and mainly the products that we are working with has some involvement of a bit of artificial intelligence in it. So we are basically making smart products, that we can say. So whatever we are trying to make, we are just trying to make people's life easy. So by adding bits of intelligence in the products. So that's what the mission states, that making machines smarter to enable better lives for people. um, yeah, so that is so all of the products that we are working with, they are kind of very innovative and cutting edge technology, and that is actually helping other people to making their lives better. The vision states that build multiple diverse products that serve humanity, uh, and house exceptionally talented and passionate people with down to earth attitude. So the very first line is very important here. We try to help serve the humanity. So there's one reason here. So our founder Nisarg, um, back in his college days when he was doing masters, he was working with his mentor on a project which was basically identifying a target using a computer vision, and the end goal was that it is to be used in the missiles. So basically it is a kind of destructive thing that he was working with. So, but since it was a college product, that was the reason that whatever products that we are going to work with, it is not going to involve any kind of destructiveness, or we are just going to help people so that they can make their life better and not worse. And the second line here is, we want very talented and passionate people, but also we want people who have a very down to earth attitude so that they can also grow, and they can also make sure that other people here along with them are also growing. And that is what our quality statement states, that uh, our work excellence is our basic principle, where we provide our internal and external customers with innovative products and solutions that satisfy their needs. So as I mentioned, we did not spend much time branding our own name. All of the work that we have got so far is based on our quality that we have delivered to one client, and that's really spoke for us, and that is how it helped us to get a new client. So that is why quality is a thing that we can never so that is something that we'll focus more. We ensure that whatever we deliver is of a very best quality. And the people statement here states, we believe in providing people with opportunities to succeed in their chosen career path, and we empower every employee to realize their full potential, enabling them to achieve excellence. So um, we make sure that whatever you are working with, or when whatever anyone is working at Infocus, we make sure that they follow their chosen career path and they really love what they are doing, and we just want to make sure that we can get best out of them, so that they can achieve whatever they want with a great level of excellence. So at Infocus, we really care about people. We uh, we care that whatever they are working with is something that aligns with their interest and their chosen career path. Yeah, so this was mission and values. I know it might sound some boring, but this is towards like saying what we want to work and what is kind of our mission. Now let's see a journey of Infocus, how it was started, and where we are today. So Infocus was started as a one-man army back in 2009. So our founder Nisarg, he was he was doing his masters in US, and then he started working there. But due to some reason, he had to come back, so that his earlier mentor just asked him to uh, carry on his work as a consultant from India. So that is how Infocus started. He registered a firm and he started working alone. Then he started hiring more people, and here we are today. Like we are now around 100 plus employees, and we have two offices. um, we have started the office in Pune from last year. It's January 2022, and we are continuously revenue generating company from the day one. So we are not actually dependent on any external funding. uh, since we are actually a consultancy based company, we are generating our own revenue, and we do not depend on any of the fund. So that's why we are a revenue generating company from the day one. And the as I mentioned earlier, whatever we are working with, they are a kind of very innovative products. So they are actually trying to solve some unique purposes or problem, and we are actually part of their team from the day one, from the scratch. So basically, we work with them from the inception of the idea. We try to make the first prototypes, we help them make funding, from that stage to very like providing some of the support for our built algorithms. So from the inception until they make some business and earn more money, we are really part of it. And apart from working with those client projects, we also have some patents and open source contributions. um, Apart from that, yeah, as I mentioned, we are 100 plus people now, and mostly 95% of the people are engineers and tech people, and now we are growing with some other domains as well. So this is the first attempt to get a first management intern or an employee who can actually work with us for the other aspect of a consultancy based business. um, Yeah, so as I mentioned, we are actually consultancy based company. So we mainly just focus on the core part of the products, and all the non-tech aspects are getting handled by them by their own. So by that means that the clients, they handle the non-tech aspects of it, like getting funding or any regulatory requirements or any non-tech related to the product. It is being handled by them. We are only focusing on the core technology of the product. And uh, we are consultancy based company, but we are planning to roll out our own products, and we are trying to launch our product in this year. So that is why we need people like you to help us with that. We are basically very small team. So even if we are 100 people, not everyone is working on a same project. So we have small teams who are working with different clients. So we have more than 26 clients or projects running as of now, and there are very small teams who are working with each of the clients, and it is very fast paced working environment. As I mentioned, we are working with the domain, like these are basically attack domains, which is machine learning, deep learning, mobile application development, infrastructure development, front end or firmware. So basically this is the kind of work we are doing here at Infocus. Now, why work at Infocus? Uh, we whenever we so we are working with, or the company exists since 2009. We could have grown to the 100 people, sorry, 1000 people instead of 100 people, if the goal was just to expand the team, but it wasn't like that. We wanted to make sure that anyone we hire, or whenever we expand our team, it is very much pool of talented and passionate people. So we made sure that even we grow slowly, we will make sure that the quality of overall business should remain really really high. That's why we need very talented and smart people. So that is why it is under the why work at Infocus slide, that when you join Infocus, you will be surrounded by smart and passionate people, which will motivate you as well to like uh, work with the fast-paced and passionate people's environment. So we have exposure of lots of AI and product development projects, and we are also working to get our own product. So, and since we have expertise in various domains like finance, healthcare, fitness, leisure sports, gaming, law, recruiting, everything, we have this capabilities, so we can apply these capabilities and we can try to roll out our own product. So that is the main thing that we are going to focus into. And the work culture is very kind of free here. You will notice once you can also check out the LinkedIn page, where you'll be able to see the photos and everything. So it is very chilled environment. And we can say that it is gains of a startup but without pains of it. So if you have heard many startups, um, they get initial funding and they start with very high pace, but as time goes on, the funding, um, it starts, so the cash burn, it start growing, and then they have lots of pain to get some more fundings and all the other stuff. But here, since we are not depending on any of the external funding, we are able to grow continuously and yet maintaining all the chilled environment. So that is the benefit. Like, it is a like startup, but it is not really a startup because it is a very mature company. um, and we make sure that along with the professional growth, everyone is like, we try to mentor everyone, not only for professional things but also for personal things. So whenever you have any problem, you can just talk to your mentor, and we can just sort out all the problem that you have. And when you start as a fresher, there will be a mentor mentoring you, but as time goes on, you will be mentor of someone else's, so you will also be mentoring someone throughout your career. We have like stress free and fun filled environment. You will notice in the pictures itself. I won't have to speak much here. Yeah, and as I mentioned, we have publication, open source contributions, patents, and all the innovations that we are doing here. So this is about Infocus. Now you will feel like, what will I do here as a marketing or a management guy? What is my need here? So as I mentioned, that we have expertise in the tech, but we do not have much expertise in the domain of marketing or overall management aspect. So that's why we need you, where you can help us with marketing of our in-house products. You can do some market study of a business needs. You can help us grow our consultancy business as well. You can help us with all the face-to-face discussion with the customers, and you can also help us with internal research for making our own product. We'll talk more about the roles and responsibility in the later slides. Um, so here we are today for the placement of a management intern, and mainly your responsibilities will be like doing some market analysis and research on the latest trends, so that whatever we are building is aligned with what other peoples are doing and what the market needs. And researching and evaluating other competitor products. So this is just to make sure that whatever features we are coming with is at par with our competitors, so that we can deliver not only the features but also the quality of those features and the content. Then you'll have to research on all the product features, and you'll have to propose a, a new feature or even an enhancement in the existing feature with a kind of a detailed document, so that we can just follow it and we can just try to work on the features, and we can handle the tech part of it. You will have to assist the product manager in the day-to-day task. Then also have to assist with all of the advertisement and marketing efforts for uh, our products or our business development cycle. So that could be a social media, a direct client email, or web forums or anything. So basically you'll be assisting with all the marketing related thing of our products and consultancy. um, yeah, and you'll also be maintaining all of the CRMs and company related databases, where you maintain the information around the clients. Yeah, and as I mentioned, you will be helping us with all of the marketing related things, like doing an events, promoting it, and making sure that we have enough reach for all of those events. So those are the primary responsibilities. If I talk about requirements, we want someone who have decent knowledge of MS Office or Google Office Suite, because you will be interacting with people, documenting those things, preparing some reports, you will be presenting it to the stakeholders. So we really want that you have really sound skills, so that you can do all of those things using the latest tools, be that could be MS, the Microsoft Office, or a Google Office. And we want people like who have really great marketing techniques and all the practices, so they know all the best practices that are going around currently. We want someone who have good understanding of latest marketing trends and techniques. um, and yeah, the involvement in marketing is a plus, but if you haven't, that's fine too, as long as you have interest and you want to learn and you want to contribute towards that. It's okay. um, we want to have excellent verbal and written communication skill, because as I mentioned, you will be directly communicating with the clients and customers, so we really want you to have better skills at those, so that you can communicate whatever they are saying to all these stakeholders in a better way. And yeah, you must have a passion for product research and management, because that is something you will be doing throughout the tenure. um, the exceptional time management and organizational skills, because you will be working with so many things, so you have to make sure that you are properly aligned with all of those tasks, and you have to manage, you have to do your time management such that you don't miss out anything, and you can just focus on each task, and you can allocate a different time slots to each of the tasks. As I mentioned, you have to have an ability to multitask while working in a fast-paced team environment. We need someone who have analytical mind and a problem-solving attitude, and also a passion for learning new things, because it is not something like you will be knowing everything. You will have to keep learning new things, you will have to keep learning new things to get part of the current market and the business needs. So that's why we need someone who have really good passion of learning new things. Yeah, so this is regarding the requirements. Now if I talk about the offer, I know this should be, or this could be your very the slide where you will have most interest in. So the very first line says that we treat offer as a responsibility. At least 1 year of funds is allocated. So let me tell you the reasons behind it. So there are many companies who just roll out offers to candidate, but by the time the candidate is going to join, they have like, they might need not have the need of those candidates or funds for the people, so they just decline the offer. But we don't do that. Whenever we offer someone, we make sure that we at least allocate a 1 years of fund, so even if the rare downtime, we should be able to survive at least for a year. So that's why we treat each and every offer as a responsibility. And there are a never ever a case where we have to push back our joining date, or we have to decline the offer. So there is never a case like that. And we don't believe in any bonds. You are welcome to join and leave anytime. You are just expected to provide a 2 months notice period, so that we can make necessary arrangements. So yeah, that is the only thing that we need, that you at least provide some notice period. Otherwise there is no bond, you can leave anytime you want. And there is no gimmicks or tricks in the given CTC offer. Everything you get is in hand. There is nothing like there is this is a component that you will get after 4 years or 5 years. It is nothing like that. Whatever mentioned in the CTC, you will get it by the end of the year. And yeah, so the very important statement here is this two statements. We provide stipend of 40,000 per month for the internship, and for the final placement or a job offer, we have two tier packages. One is 9 lakh and one is 12 lakh. So this totally depends on how your interview goes or what kind of skills you have. If you are an exceptionally if you perform exceptionally well, then you will receive the 12 lakh offer, and if it is on a slightly below that, then you will receive a 9 lakh offer. But these are the two packages that we are offering today. um, okay, so this slide lists the clients that we have worked so far. The bottom says the past clients, and the upper part shows the current client. So if you might have heard about Google and maybe Autodesk, so these are the major, so these are the clients that who are that we are working with. There are other clients as well. You might not have heard about it, but they are mostly into product development, and they are working on very innovative products. There are details of each and every individual clients, but we will skip it. We won't, so we can just skip it for now. You will get to learn more about it when you join Infocusp. So uh, I have skipped all the clients projects, but I would like to talk about some of the products that we were working with or we are working with. So the very first product that we started, this is basically a racing game. So if you see, you might see that these are known cars. So basically the idea here was to represent what the racing in Indian cities looks like. So that was the inspiration, and then based on that, we started this project. We call it Feel the Race, and we have a prototype version ready. We haven't yet went out to market, but this is under our product umbrella, which we can expand and make business with. So you might see here famous cities of India, Ahmedabad, Jaipur. Um, so we tried to make the designs or the cities which basically mimic all of the famous Indian cities, and then we have Indian cars which we can customize, and we can basically race in the city. So that is this project is about. The next is Head Start. So I believe you all have received an invite from Head Start. So this is the same product that you are going to give test today. So this is also built in house, and this is also our potential product to go out in the market. So while giving the test, you can also like note few things, and you can just provide a feedback at the end of the test, so which will actually help us to enhance this particular product. So yeah, and as I mentioned, this is our potential product track that we can go along with. All right, now let's talk about the interview process. So the very first test that you will be giving is a test on a head start. So the invite that you have received. Um, Make sure that once you start the test, there is a guideline screen. So you read all the guidelines. You will be uh, given a timer of 1 minute, and it won't actually start the test real test timer until you start the test by your own. So you have enough time to read the guidelines. So please make sure that you read all the guidelines, because we have a few checks there. So basically you'll be attempting the test in the full screen mode. It will go full screen automatically. The tab switches are not allowed, so make sure that you don't switch your tab. You have to remain in the single screen. There are 3 tab switches are allowed, but after that the test will automatically end. So make sure that even if it is a mistake, it is not more than 2 or 3 times. uh, the total time duration is 45 minutes. So the test link is active from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you have enough time. So the test link is active for at least 1.5 hour, but the test duration is 45 minutes. So at last you will have to start the test by 11:45, but we recommend that you start as soon as the link is active. Like, you can start at 11 a.m. only, so that if you have any problem, we can just resolve it. There are 40 MCQs, which basically covers domains like aptitude tests, logical reasoning, data interpretation, and some of the management concepts. There are easy, medium, and hard question. Each has 3 marks, but there are also negative markings. And the easy question has -1.5, medium has 1, and hard has zero point 0.5 negative marking. If you get disconnected, don't worry about it. You can resume your test whenever you get back online. You don't have to panic. Whenever you click on the link, it will start from where you have left, and it won't. So the timer won't be running. So that is not a problem. And if you have any problem while giving the test screen provides the email address and the Google Meet link. So you can just send an email to this email address, or you can directly join the Meet link. And we have our support team on call, so they will be guiding you if you have any problem. Uh, yeah, and please use Google Chrome for the test. Yeah, so this is it for this MCQ test. You can provide the feedback at the end of the test. Uh, uh, there is also an option to perform a practice test before actually appearing for the real test. So we recommend that you go for a practice test first, just to get yourself familiarized with the kind of flow of the overall test. So you will notice the practice test link in the invite itself, or when you click on the invite link, it will open up the new page. There also you will see a practice test link, so you can just apply or opt in for that practice test first before actually applying for the real test. After the first MCQ test, we will be doing some data analysis assignment. So we will, and this will be only sent out to selected students. So once we filter out students from the first MCQ test, the selected students will receive an email with the problem statement. So you will be provided the problem definition and the method of submission. So basically you will be provided some data, and you will have some uh, questions to answer. For that you will have to prepare a Google Sheet or a Microsoft Excel in order to achieve or solve the problem. And in the end, the question definition document has the link to Google Form. So you will have to upload your Google Sheet and snapshots to that Google Form. So everything is mentioned in the document. You will be able to find it if you clear the first round of the MCQ test. And for this assignment, the timeline is 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1 hour is to actually perform the exercise, and 15 minutes is for you to make the necessary submission. So make sure that you in the initial 1 hour you make sure that you have all the pieces ready, and you have to allocate the remaining 15 minutes just to make a submission, so that you can click the snapshots, you can provide some details in the Google form. So make sure that you stick to this time. So any submission after the deadline will not be accepted. So please make sure that you follow this timeline. Uh, and after the data analysis test, we will again filter out the students, and the only selected student will be appearing for the personal interview, and this will be happening on Monday. So you will be having two personal interviews. Mainly, we will be asking based on your experience or based on some peripheral concepts related to the overall management aspect. This could be marketing or some planning, or it could be anything. So make sure that um, you, and if you have resume and you are stating your work, make sure you totally aware of what you have done. So there could be some question based on your resume. So just get yourself prepared. um, yeah, and even if you so don't try to give up quickly. So we also try to evaluate your uh, process of like attempting to a question, so that is also an important. So uh, you just a hint that you don't give up quickly, you can just try to answer it if it is a logical question. You don't have to bluff if you don't know the concept, but yeah, for other things just try to um, like solve the question and don't give up quickly. Yeah, so this is it. I'll be pausing here, and we'll be replying in the chat if you have any questions. Thank you so much, and all the best for the test. You will already have received an email for the test invite, so make sure that you perform a practice test and then you start your real test after 11 a.m. So yeah, all the very best. I'll be checking the YouTube chat here, and will respond if there are any questions. Okay, so the very first question here is, Are we targeting foreign customers or Indian customers? So our primary target was the foreign clients, but we can also start working with Indian customers. So this is the next phase that uh, we will be focusing next, that we expand our uh, business development. This could be in another countries or in India itself, or even if we come up with a product, then we will be reaching out to Indian customers as well. So basically, so this is Vikas' question. So basically, we are not looking for any finance person. We are mainly we need a person who can help us with the marketing and overall, basically expanding our business. So we have allowed all of the domains to sit in the placement, but if you have interest in this particular aspect, you are welcome to join. And the only software that we want people to know is the Office should. This could be Google or Microsoft Office. So this is Somya Jain's question. Yeah, so as I mentioned, we don't really looking for a real finance guy, but a domain with finance and interest in marketing, you can actually help us out with both. For example, whenever we are coming out with our own product, you could be helping us with all the financial aspect of it, along with the overall marketing of a product or overall expansion of a business. Okay, so this is Siddharth question. Some details around gaming and leisure sports. So for gaming, I have already shown the field the race game. So this is actually an uh, um, Android and iOS based game. It is not a console game. It is a mobile game, which basically focuses on racing in Indian cities. The leisure and sports, that is basically a client's project. So in this domain, we have made several products which were basically a kind of a leisure sports. Sagar Girls question: when will be the second assignment? So I guess you have some conference around 2 p.m. So we will be starting the second assignment at 4 p.m. So make sure that you uh, look at your inbox before 4 p.m. at least. We will be shortlisting the students and we will be sending out the email before 2 p.m. Yeah, so we are waiting for few more questions if there are any. If you don't have any question, you can uh, start appearing for a practice test. And yeah. All right, we'll be ending this stream in few minutes. So make sure you post your question if you have any. Few minutes. All right, we are ending the stream now. Thank you so much and all the very best for the test.